Alright, Bradley here. Hope you are doing well as always. Intervals. Let's just have a quick little talk about intervals. I haven't done a lesson on YouTube for a bit, so let's do one right now. Now, I posted a little video up on my Instagram last week, and someone on there said it'd be cool to do a full, if you could do a full YouTube video on it. So I aim to please, all right? So what I posted on there, I was just had this little groove going, all right? It's just G to a C, all right? With a bit of a G in the bass all the time. So we're in the key of G, and I recommend knowing your harmonized major scale. And I just so happened to have a lesson of it on my website, mikebradleymusic.com. Check it out. Just realised that. But knowing your harmonized major scale, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. If you don't know what that is, do check out the video on my website, and it will clear things up. So in the key of G, we can play G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminish, and then back to G again, okay? So an interval is the distance between the root note or any given note and another note. So you would hear there's a second interval, a third interval, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh, and then you got your octave. So if I've got G on the low G there, and then the next note in the scale is A, then that is a second. All right, quite a close interval. And then you got thirds. You might have heard of a major third, minor third. So that there is a third interval. Now that's quite a low sound. So if I was to take that a bit, no, an octave higher, now that's quite nice. Right, there's your G, and there's your B. So where we had major, minor, minor, major, major, minor diminished, what makes the chords in a major scale, if you think using these two fingers here, we'll take the fourth and third string here for the thirds, right? So if you think of them as your major thirds, and then that would be your minor third interval, because there's your A note, and that's your C, okay? Which is coming from the A minor chord, which is like so, all right? So if I've got this happening, you can now start doing some melodic stuff where before, sorry, that's a bit much, but that's quite cool. So, you know, if I do our chord, no, this would be a major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminish, and major again. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. And then we're harmonizing that note, and we're doing it all in thirds. So that kind of neo-soul, also, sorry, there's a wasp underneath that blind. I tried getting it out before I hit record, and the little shit would not leave. So you might hear a buzz, right? So, sorry. That's all thirds there. So you can do that anywhere on the guitar. You know, you could double up, so there's a B and there's a D. They're a third. I mean, you start finding them all over the guitar neck, and so where I had that idea, I could do that. Hopefully that's making sense. So to start with, just get used to doing that on this fourth and third string. Now we've got our little loop, and start improvising with that. 2. Just having fun with it, all right? And then try and find them on other strings. Same idea, like I say, anything which is in that scale. So in the key of G here, we can do an interval between them. But then of course there are fourths. So if I'm in G, a fourth between G up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is a C. So again, that's quite low. If I take it up high, so you got G and a C. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next note in the scale is A. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got that. And then we got a B, so 4 up from B. 1, 2, 3, 4 is B and E. Or we could do it here. So very medieval England kind of sounds. So that's now into the third there, which is quite cool. That kind of stuff. It's smoke in the water. But when you start mixing them up, so if I go down, so G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, so there you got G and C. Now you've got A and D, then B and E, C and F sharp, which is kind of weird, D and G, E and A, F sharp and B, and then G and C again. So that's the only one where you've got to kind of go out with, they're out of position. But you start mixing them all together and you get, you know, so. Hopefully you get the idea what I'm going on here. There's fifths, which is like a power chord, and another very common one is a sixth, which is your brown eyed girl. That kind of idea. So it's still 6 notes apart. So if I've got there, I'm on a B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got my 6-note interval. So there again is that kind of major, and this would be minor for these 2 strings. So if I got that happening, so your root note is in fact on the high E string, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and then you got the low note on the bottom there with the B. If I start mucking around with that, very common sound, alright? There's B and D, third, and there's C and E. And C and E is like another third. So I'm just jumbling it all up. Single note stuff. There's another 6th. There's my B, and there's my G on the top. Same as that. Just another part of the neck. Let's put a bit of crunch on. So you're harmonizing every note well, not every note you play, but you can, if one desires, harmonize every note you're playing with a second, with a third, or a fourth, right? So it's then just getting used to doing it on the neck. So I'm trying to do a few things here to show you some ideas. Just take some of if you're new to this, just take some of this and then work on it, then expand on it a little bit more after X amount of weeks or months. Expand on it a little bit more. Don't expect to think, okay, I'm gonna get the whole thing if you're new to this kind of stuff. But we're simply harmonizing. When you see, bands singing, vocalists singing, and you've got your lead singer singing his lead note, you might be singing there, everybody's looking for a place to hide, and then you're gonna have everybody's looking for a place to hide, everybody's looking for a place to hide. Then you might be a third above that, everybody's looking for a place to hide, and then someone else might be everybody looking for a place to hide, and you're going up in thirds there. You've got someone singing the root, someone singing a third, someone singing a fifth, and then if someone's bold, to sing an octave of the root. And when I said going up in thirds, a root to the third, G to B in this case, is a third, and then a fifth is G to D, right? G, A, B, C, D. But the third, which is B, the third up from that is D. So it's all up in thirds. So it's a cool little trick. It's very musical, and instead of everything just being, going up scales and everything like that, you're able just to be more musical, more fluid with things. We're doing a very standard chord progression here. If I was to do some more, like I say, that neo soul, R&B kind of cool stuff. Of course, the Hendrix. That's all in G, doing some double stops with the intervals, thirds and fourths and things like that. Hopefully this gives you a nice little idea, or certainly if you've never done this before, knowing that things like this are out there to do, and is giving you a few little snippets of ideas to take away and start incorporating into your own playing. Do let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully this has helped. Or if you've got any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Anyway, I'll let you be. I'm going to try not to kill that wasp, but he's annoying me. He or she, or they. And I will see you in the next video. I've been Mike Brady, you've been you. Lots of love as always. Mike Brady signing out. Bye.